Hey yo, it's Nigel, gaming the PlayStation 5 Icon Blue Special Edition DualSense controller. Say what you will about the slow leak of PlayStation 5 exclusive games, Sony has done a pretty bang-up job of releasing these special edition PS5 DualSense controllers. Almost as if it's the end of days, PlayStation has been pumping out these PS5 DualSense controllers just left and right. Before this, it was the God of War DualSense controller, and then after the iconic blue, it'll be the Astrobot controller. However, this Icon Blue PlayStation 5 DualSense was specific for Walmart stores, so I figured this would be the one to hurry up and go out and get while I had the chance. And who knows, maybe it is the end of days for the PS5, considering that after Ghost of Yotei, which actually got their own exclusive DualSense controllers, two of them no less, I don't really know what's on the horizon for PlayStation 5. They have the Wolverine game, but that's all that I'm currently aware of, but who knows. If you know more, let me know. Admittedly, I'm a huge fan of the iconic shades of blue on this new DualSense controller, but I did see an opportunity to make some modifications. Considering the fact that the Icon Blue DualSense controller was exclusive to Walmart in the United States, I figured I would go ahead and get the Extreme Rate yellow trim shell along with the gold safety rings from Oniaim to add a little bit of a yellow tint to the controller and spice it up a bit. I've seen a lot of discourse online about you guys suffering from stick drift, and if this is something that you suffer from, I can't highly recommend enough Oniaim safety rings. All jokes aside, my understanding is that when dust builds up on your ring from rubbing it against the rim of the joystick and the controller, this creates a problem later where you have stick drift, and the Oniaim safety rings is really the best solution for that I've come up with. I've used these DualSense controllers to death and not once had an issue with stick drift. I can safely say that all of participants in the games that I play have been highly satisfied with my performance. Now, moving on to taking and removing these trims from the DualSense controllers. Using the open tool that's provided by Extreme Rate with the trim shell packaging, you'll want to pry open 3 major points on the DualSense controller. 2 of them being at the very bottom of the handles, and then the other 3rd point being right above the PlayStation logo beneath the center panel. Once you've pried apart these 3 areas from the controller itself, you'll want to use the open tool to create a wedge along the bottom of the controller. Once you get to that point, it'll be easy to pull out the existing trim from the controller. Now, once you get the actual trim shell from Extreme Rate, you'll want to use the 2 prongs, kind of devil horns on the top of the trim, and then place those underneath the panel ever so carefully, making sure not to break anything, and then get down to the bottom of the handles themselves and connect those 2 portions. And then once you get to that point, it's easy just to snap in the rest of the trim snugly to the DualSense controller itself. And be sure that you've pressed it down carefully and firmly so that there's no open gaps. Now moving on to the Oniaim protective rings. These are actually pretty simple to apply. You'll want to pull them apart and then wrap them around the existing DualSense joysticks. If by the end of this video I have made one impression upon you, I hope that it is the fact that these Oniaim protective rings are extremely important to the longevity of your DualSense 5 controller. If you've thrown this much money down on this controller, what's a few more bones to make sure that it lasts much longer than normal? Pussies. Another tip to reduce stick drift on your DualSense controller is to put these thumbstick cap covers on the top of your joystick. Fun nerdy fact, the ball joints are called a moment in physics. This is where the most force is applied to your joystick, and increasing the height of the stick itself essentially reduces the amount of force applied to that moment. To make this easier to understand, essentially creating more height on your joystick allows there to be less force applied to the stick itself, which over time should reduce the amount of wear and tear on your stick. This, alongside of your ring protectors, will essentially allow these existing joysticks to last much longer than if there was nothing applied to them. Initially, I thought these yellow thumbsticks would be a good addition, but the hue of the yellow is just slightly off, and there's no real redeeming quality to having there be a different yellow when the ring protectors and the trim shell match so well. It seems as though there has to be the exact same matching yellow for the whole motif to really work overall. So back to the drawing board to figure out what will work best. Well, it turns out the right answer all along was just more blue. I mean, it's already blue, can't go wrong with more blue, and really just, going along with the theme of the controller, and ultimately I think it works out pretty well. The blue of these thumbstick caps actually matches the blue of the touchpads and of the symbols on the buttons, so I think this is going to turn out to be a good choice after all. I feel like it also emphasizes Sony's choice to put the PlayStation symbols on the touchpad. One last fun fact, when Sony initially created the first PlayStation 1 controller, they didn't want to put letters on their buttons, kind of like what Nintendo was doing. They initially considered numbers but thought that would be too confusing, so instead chose symbols that represented the different numbers. Circle being the singular stroke for 1, cross being 2 strokes for 2, the triangle being 3 strokes for 3, and last the square for 4 strokes for 4. If you enjoyed this content or found it helpful, hit the hype button. It helps the algorithm feed this content to other people that might also enjoy it or find it useful. Hey yo, the like button is free? If you made it this far into the video, we appreciate you spending your time with us. Subscribe and we'll see you in the next one.